It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for my gamers. Would you be one? Could you be one? Shout about thunder, but don't despair. This colony's breeding great robbers. Would you be one? Could you be one? If the 80% mortality rate works for you, for a few bucks a month you can sign up and have the Hobbs kill you. So let's make the most of another Sunday. Brew up some coffee and play it my way. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my gamers? Won't you please, won't you be my gamers?
Hey everybody, welcome to Mr. Hobbs's Gamerhood. Recently, we've been streaming to Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. All of my lackeys are non-Facebook apparently, so we're not streaming to Facebook today, but we are streaming to YouTube and Twitch. And tonight, we are playing, once again, Old School Essentials. This is the Thursday Justice Group, and we are currently doing a campaign called The North Marches, which takes place here in the area around Bettlebee Ridge. You can't have a campaign or a D&D game or an OSE game. Well, some of those games you probably could, but anyway, we don't have a game without players. So let's head over to the group chat and meet our players. All right, you guys are looking fantastic, except Dan has a crown of his own name, which is a little weird. Let's move that over there. All right, so why don't we start with you, Dan? Why don't you introduce yourself and your character?
I'm Dan, aka Dirtless. I'm the cleric of the group. He's just he's not sure he wants to be back here. He was here for the Legion, and now he's come back, and this isn't what he was expecting.
I see. Nice, Mike.
Yep. I'm Mike. Playing Aphos, the thief, learning the ropes of the thievery skill, and well rested and ready to go.
Nice, Robert.
I'm Robert, also known as Nolabert on most social media. I'm playing Avitus, a magic user, and we had a pretty good session the last time we met. I got to use my charm person to great success.
That sounds exciting. Let's say hello to Gaming and BS, who is talking crap about you three right now in the chat on Twitch. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat, Gaming and BS. So as you can see, there is just a flat picture of Edwin. He's supposed to be meeting up later tonight in a half hour or so. At this point, we have lost a player to, I'm not even sure. Curtis Takahashi has had to step out of the game for work reasons, the worst possible reason, but we totally understand. I guess I don't know if that is the worst reason. What do you guys think?
Not the worst.
Yeah, I mean, dying maybe would be the worst, right?
Yeah, proctology visit. I mean, one of the two.
Yeah. Yeah, so that didn't happen. At least he's answering a higher calling and out there teaching people about how to be a warrior who rushes into combat, because that's what Curtis Takahashi does, and we love him for it. Anyhow, buddy, if you watch this video, keep on keeping on, brother. And when you can come back to the Gamerhood, we will be happy. One of the things that
we're gonna miss the bird sounds.
Yeah, that's true. That was pretty cool. So, I think we should maybe recruit another player. So if someone is out there who might want to play some OSE with this ridiculous looking band, then let us know. Send me an email, hnfhobbs@gmail.com. Call into my Anchor podcast, Random Screed. Hit my deets on the phone, 8675309. And yeah, any and all of those ways. Or, catch me on the Gamerhood Discord, the Gaming and BS Discord, the Dungeon Muser Discord, the Audio Dungeon Discord. Any of these dungeon type D&D Discords I'm at. Eric Thomas Hunt, that's right. I used to be Jenny, but now I'm Jason. Not really. That was probably too much. Anyway, maybe Sean, maybe Gaming and BS. I think it would be cool to add a BSer to this group who might want to play Thursday nights from 7 to 9:30ish. And if we can make it later, we will, just to force Dan to be even more tired in the morning. All right. So I think we want to go over the limited amount of recap we can do, because anyone watching these streams, they're just watching them consecutively. But us, we haven't been at this table since December 1st was our last session. So which one of you awesome people want to try and recap what in the heck happened before the holidays? Mike, I think you look excited about it.
Boy, man, the excitement is just boiling over.
Oozing from your ears like a green slime.
Everywhere. Okay, so in December, we got into a box canyon, and we started to see. We heard a name called Thurdus. Is that right? Spell that right? Thurdus?
I don't know.
So we snuck around, got some guards that were trying to patrol the perimeter in their hidden tents around the logger's cabin. And a guy named Thurdus had the girl we're looking for. Then Avitus used charm, and he charmed Thorn, who now is our good buddy, who's still charmed. We talked him into telling us where the other cultists, I guess you'd want to call them, or believers, were at. We ended up taking out all the guards and took out Thurdus in the woodman's cabin, if you want to call it like that.
That seems like a pretty good recap of last session, right? No?
Yeah,
You got some more?
So they're all Ronic rebels. That's all that they were. So
yeah,
we've got a cool amulet now.
All right. Is everyone familiar enough with how we got this place over the past 4 sessions that they don't need anything else? Are we good? Or do we want
I lost my notes. But I'm good.
He had kidnapped the Patrician's daughter. Is that correct?
Yeah, you guys believe that's what happened. The whole campaign, basically, you came to this town, Bettlebee Ridge. You're all ex-legionnaires. For whatever reason, you've stepped out and come to Bettlebee Ridge, which is on the frontier of Keldor, on an area called the North March, which was once part of the country of Rorn a generation or so ago. But now it's more this kind of rough and tumble area on the northern reaches, or the North March of Keldor. But it's controlled by a legatus, which is a leader of the Keldoran culture. Every person in Keldor has to serve 4 years in the Legion. So all of you guys have, even the Rornic people that are here. But there are some that have hard feelings about these Keldoran leaders over their homelands. And you've stumbled upon this plot called the Return of the Horned King that some Rornic people believe in. They actually are zealots and believe in it enough that they call themselves and Anselm's adherents. Anselm is the one of the stories of the Horned King. His name was Anselm, but you guys have stumbled upon it sort of sidelong. The reason that you came out into this area north of Bettlebee Ridge into the frontier itself is because a group of pilgrims didn't return. And that wouldn't be a big deal, but this particular group, word has it that one of the Patrician's daughters was it. Like a Patrician is like a powerful council member or part of the nobility of Keldoran people. And so you knew there would be some money in it, and also some of the leaders of Bettlebee Ridge they could pay in one way or another if this daughter was, killed on their, so to speak, watch. So you guys went after these pilgrims to try and find out what was going on, found like corpses around, and then trailed them. And now you've learned that it's possible that these adherents knew that this patrician's daughter was in this particular group of pilgrims and attacked for her alone, right? You guys remember that? These are kind of some of the subtleties that you guys have realized over the time. You ran into like a relatively friendly witch who like gave you some information at one point and said that you should check the Woodman's Lodge at the end of the canyon. And so you kept going. You found the lodge. You found all these tents. You killed a bunch of these Rornick rebels / zealots. Even the leader of this small group. You've heard some names of some other people that are gone, and that one of these men had some sort of mystical capabilities and may have done something within this cave at the end of the Box Canyon that you're curious about. And you also know that another leader, some guy named Il Morn, was supposed to be coming for the patrician's daughter. Does that all sound familiar?
Yeah.
All right. Definitely. So I think that covers it. The last we talked, it was basically Galla is this girl's name. She wanted to go, this pilgrimage was headed to the Weeping Man, otherwise known as the Weeping Hat by Mike Hess. The Weeping Man is like a geological structure that they say that it looks like a face on the cliffside, and like water as it seeps down this face lands in a pool, and then that pool has healing properties, supposedly mystical healing properties. And Galla has been quite adamant that she wants to go there as opposed to being returned to her father or to Bettlebee Ridge. So that leaves it up to you what exactly you want to do. Let's head over to the tabletop. So this is obviously, they're inside a building right now. This is the building that they fought their way into, killing these Rorns, these zealots to get in. And you can see Galla's there. And who's this? Where's this other dude that you charmed? Didn't he die or something? Because I don't see him here.
No, he's still alive.
No, he should still be there.
Because we're debating on having him watch Galla, but I don't know if that's such a great idea.
Let's see.
I don't see him in here.
We lost him. We lost him.
It wouldn't be that hard because you actually used him to help lure the others to where your trap was. So that was pretty cool.
Right. I have some names written down, but I don't remember if any of them are him. There's Brant and the adherents. There's Tharn.
I think Tharn was him. That's also what Mike had, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see him either, but I can quickly create something here.
Because, we had discussed about going into the cave, but now we're a fighter down and another fighter still sleeping, so I'm rethinking that.
Tharn is dead right here.
Oh, I don't think that was him then.
Well, it says Tharn right on his name right there. See this? Are you sure he didn't get killed by someone during the fight? All right, I'll give him to you for now, but I'll go back.
He doesn't have an X on him, though.
Yeah, he did. I just made that token.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I took you out. I took Aphos out. See this? I'll go back to the video. Okay. That's why we have videos. Not only to entertain everyone, but for me to double check your guys' cheating math.
The last I have is Thorn uses his horn, king symbol, and Coulson flees scared. Then Lord.
Oh.
Yeah, and then we
Well, that's a
Lord
bad guy
Morn.
then. Tharn sounds like a bad guy, not your henchman. He was like the leader, wasn't he?
He wasn't.
Thorn was the guy we charmed.
It is? I don't know. I can't remember.
Well, I don't know if he was the leader. I don't know if we had a name for the guy that we had charmed.
Yeah, well, I have
No.
Thorn, but I think I wrote the other guy's name down wrong. I think it's Morn?
Ilmorn is a bad
Ilmorn.
guy, but you have not met him yet.
No, we hear that he's pulling the strings.
It doesn't matter. Like I say, well, I'll put him there for now, and then, because this guy is controlled by all players and Avitus, but he's got an X through him. But like I say, I don't know why that is. We'll go through and figure that out. The other bad guy that you killed is right here. See, I see this is the leader that you guys killed here, and this is Tharn here. I don't know if he got killed in the fight with this guy, because this guy was throwing some magic around and doing some stuff, but it's whatever. I don't really care.
And was there a thirdess in here too?
Well, this is one guy. I think this guy must be Thirdus. He was the leader. And I think this was your NPC that you charmed. That's what I think, but I don't know for sure. It was 2 months ago, and I have no idea how many games I've played or ran since then.
No fan in the streams, remember?
Gaming and BS is the only one talking, and we know he doesn't remember anything.
But he's been here every episode.
He has? That's nice.
I don't know. Maybe not ever.
Thanks for swinging through, my man. I appreciate it. I think he's just glad to see that this game is just as unorganized as the game he plays in on Sunday mornings. Doesn't make him feel so alone. So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, have we decided what we're gonna do with Curtis's character?
We have not. Hey, Jason Weeb, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the show, buddy. I don't usually have people play other people's characters, and as I had mentioned to these guys before, I don't want to just kill off his character because it's possible. Hey, I'm in chat now. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the show. As far as Coulson goes, I would like him to be available in case, we're still playing this game in 6 months when he's done with the semester or something. It would be nice to get Curtis back if he wanted to play. I don't have sound alerts on this one. Sorry, Weebs. I'm a sneaky bastard that way. Okay, but that's why I'm... Go ahead, Dan, sorry.
I thought we're also kind of stalling for Edwin to show up.
Are we? I mean, well, you guys can make some decision. Edwin's not gonna say, no, that's not what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, maybe he will, but if he does, too bad.
But I think Coulson, maybe he caught the flu, had to go home.
That's why if we are going to go into the cave, now we've got him that he can at least watch the girl.
Yeah.
And we can take Thorn, whatever his name is, with us if we're going to go into the cave. I think we could ask him, because obviously, on the last session, he commented a lot of times how scared he was about the cave. We could maybe investigate a little bit more or kind of interrogate him a little bit more about what's in the cave.
I think he doesn't know. He just knows that the people who were in there, that they lost some people and they were afraid of it. Why don't Avitus? Why don't you roll? I'll give you. How would you ask him? How would you try and get this information out of him, or would Aophis just do it?
And what information are we trying to get? Sorry, I was looking at my character sheet and didn't hear that last part.
I think he was trying to find out if you could learn anything else about the cave. What's in the cave?
Let's see. I don't know. Aophis, you came up with that thought. You could certainly ask him. I could follow up if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, he knows we're buddies now, so I think I just kind of walk up, good smile on my face, say, Tharn, what's in the cave? Why is this so scary?
What's in the
So
cave?
I really want to go inside.
What's in the cave? He's going to say that they lost a bunch of their friends were lost there. Oh, Aphis, a bunch of my friends were lost in there, brother. I'm so glad that you guys have come to help, but it was decided that no one should enter until Il returned. He told us not to, but whoever that guy is, we forgot his name, said we should go anyway, but there was certainly trouble. Yes, if you can hear a cat, it is indeed Cleo is here, and she's very happy I'm picking her up. She's not happy at all, actually. She's like, I don't like that. That's BS. I'm fat, and I don't want to be on TV. All right. So I think he can say that they took one of the women in because he's not sure. He doesn't know a lot about it, but he kind of gets conspiratorial, like soldiers can do when they're talking about their NCOs or other people they don't, they're like, he took one of the women in as he knows Ilmorn plans to sacrifice the Patrician's daughter. But he awoke something that the others barely fled and none would speak of again. I came later, and I don't know exactly what, but they spoke of an unholy howl that ripped at your very soul.
And this danger never ventured past the cave?
Mm-mm. We set guards for some time, but nothing ever came out. And anything that went in never came out.
So, Galla, while you're sitting in here, did you ever hear anything?
That's a good question. Let's see. Why don't you roll 2d6? So this is my Arsonian random dice creation. You roll 2d6. The higher it is, the better it is for you. The lower it is, the worse it is for you. Doubles are criticals. 4 is not right in the middle of 2 to 12.
I got a 3.
Yeah, she seems quite terrified, and there's no way that she would ever want to go in there. Just because anything he muttered, it was, even worse than this fool who was speaking before. Because you guys are all sitting in this building together, it looks like. So
right. Yeah, I imagine that's why she could hear the conversation that we had with Tharn.
Yeah. Darn Tharn.
Darn Tharn. Well, guys, I love treasure. I really do. But I like breathing a lot more.
Oh, good. Are we headed to the Weeping Man, then? I'm still trying to find Galla's voice.
We have to at least investigate at least the entrance of the cave to see what we're up against in case we have to come back.
I have a rope. Let's tie it around Daedalus. Send him in. 2 tugs means pull back.
Well, what about our friend Tharn here? I'm sure he'd love to explore the cave. He might find one of his missing friends.
There are some limitations with charm person, so.
Yeah.
But the other option that we could do, we have these dead bodies here. We could take one of these bodies and put it in the entrance of the cave and then stake it out and see if anything comes.
And maybe put a big hook on it, like we're fishing?
I don't know. At least we could see what might be in there.
Yeah, I do. I love treasure, and I would love to see what's in there. I just don't want to get stuck without our fighter.
Well, I think we should just go. Maybe not even enter the cave. Just, look for footprints or look for unholy symbols.
Now, I'm pretty good at sneaking around, If I remember reading the rules correctly. How well can I sneak around in there without... I mean, I wouldn't do anything that would put myself in danger.
Too late. You already have.
Yeah, right.
What are you doing? What did you come back for?
I'm wondering if we... I can't remember what that's called now. I'm trying to look in the book.
Move silently?
Move silently. Thank you.
So anyone can sneak around. Thieves
Yeah.
just have a preternatural ability to do so.
So, if we're just gonna go into the very beginning of the cave, all right, we can sneak around. But I think the first set of danger, I don't think we stay and fight. I think we out.
Yeah, we can't fight without our fighter, but might as well go and investigate.
Cool.
Is that what we're doing? And who's pulling the short straw?
Well, I'm definitely not going to be in the front. I can tell you that much.
I'll walk up to the, beginning of the, cave, towards the side, well hidden behind someone else.
Are you just trying to keep Galla in the cave with Coulson for now? Is that the plan?
In the
building?
Yeah.
Building, yeah,
Building.
not in the cave. That would be counterproductive. But
Yeah.
so the cave is there.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely want to come up to this looks like a little ridge and have an overlook kind of thing. See, I'm looking for tracks and anything else or wagon wheel.
Well, you're going to see tracks because he said he took the girl in there. Or
Yeah, but
people
I'm
gone
looking
in.
for maybe dinosaur prints or something that's going in and out or something.
Yeah, nothing obvious like that.
Okay.
Well, and they've mentioned that nothing's come out even recently. What are the odds of I have some oil. Could we take some of the garments or make a torch, small torch out of some of the clothes from the dead people, put it on the end of the arrow and shoot it down the cave just a little bit, see if we can lighten it up, see if we hear anything? Dreams.
I mean, you'd have just as much luck just throwing a torch in than all that.
Okay.
Trying to tie it on, because that would be... you could shoot it maybe 15 feet or something like that, but not with any accuracy or anything.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to, more than anything, hear anything.
Or, if, my God, which I don't remember his name right now, grant me the ability of dark if we need it.
And I do have a lantern, so at least at the entrance, I could shine that in there. I don't know if we want to be so brazen, though.
Brazen, nice.
Brazen lantern. I've got a lantern and one vial of oil. But I think, I don't know if we're gonna sneak. I think it'd be rather to go in the dark and just to listen.
Okay, well let's get from you as much as you can, at least from your other senses, what you hear and what you smell out of the cave.
I smell.
I don't know. There could be some odor that could give us some signs.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go to the mouth of the cave, and obviously we don't see any tracks or anything from Dirtless. I'm gonna go in the cave 5 feet and just kneel and listen and smell. Apparently, I'm just gonna smell too.
All right, so go ahead and put your token over there wherever you're going. So he heads straight to it. Let's see here.
Gonna stay right against the cave wall too.
So I'm assuming this is like the next day or something.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Like you guys rested overnight, because I think you went in at night.
Mm-hmm.
So this might get a little weird at first, but I'll fix it fairly quickly.
And Jason, I don't know how much it matters. I don't know if you remember whatever the roll was for the charm person. It's got to be in the chat. But those that are charmed do get saving throws depending on their intelligence.
Yes, I do remember. He's just waiting for a chance to stick a dagger in your back.
Oh, he's not. He's my butt.
Oh, that's right. For now. All right, so basically it's dim in there. You can see the light. I think there's some light shining in from the daylight. You can see that it goes about 15, 20 feet, and then it looks like it turns a little bit. It's quite, dim in there, and you can see like there's some rocks and, dust disturbed. But you can also see, just like at the edge of the light, it looks like a crumpled form.
Okay. Excuse me. I come back out a little bit. Just, I don't think I think just because intensity, I think I'd whisper to Vitas and Dirtless and be like, there's a tunnel, goes down about 15, 20 feet, and there's a definite turn, but something looks like a crumpled form down about 15 feet into the 15, 20 feet into the cave.
It's a body?
It's hard to tell in the dimness.
It could be a rock, be a body, be anything. You want me to sneak further?
Yeah, I've got you.
These guys are all hiding up here.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna
Dirtless,
climb
that's
my-
like
climb over.
you don't have to climb because there is like a walk right here. Do you see that? This is like a walk. It slopes down here. You're at like a
Alright.
cliff face there, cliff here, walk down here. But you could jump down there. if you
How?
want.
I was gonna say, how big is the cliff face? 'Cause-
Probably 5 or 6 feet.
All right, I jump down it. I don't walk around because I'm
Okay.
trying to stay hidden and quiet, and I figure going down that walkway is where they expect me to be.
All right. And
Why don't-
jumping down is always
Jumping down
quieter.
doesn't make a noise?
Yeah, it's always real quiet,
Always quieter. I like it.
especially when you're wearing chainmail.
Why don't you guys come in the 5 feet and watch, and I'll sneak inside the wall. I'll go against the side of the wall of the cave and sneak down to the crumpled form and just see what I can see. If it's light enough, I won't light a torch or anything. Just see what I can see. Yes, no.
Yeah. I'll make a bird sound if I lose sight of you.
Like a caw. Caw. That's what everyone usually says.
You're in trouble. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and sneak.
All right. What's your
slow as I
percentage?
can.
You're trying to use your move silently ability.
Yeah.
What's your percentage?
That is. Where's it at?
While he's looking for it, to let everybody know, I have a house rule that makes thieves a lot more. They're not so incompetent, so they're way more competent the way I do it. They're still not great. So your thieving abilities start at 2 levels higher. So at first level, move silently is normally a 20%. There's no bonuses for anything. The way I do it, though, you would start at 3rd level, which is 30%, and add your dex score. So what's your dex score, Mike?
So my dex score is 15.
So he actually has a 45% chance on move
45.
silently. So significantly better than what it would be normally per OSE rules, which would be 20%. So, but rolling a 15, we do 3d6. Oh, we did 4d6 drop lowest, I guess, for this campaign. In order, though, so it's still pretty darn good. All right. I believe, or did I let you guys swap 1, maybe? Which really means swap 2. But anyway, I digress. I All right, I roll that because you don't necessarily know. It looks like Dirtless is close by. You can still kind of peek in there, right, Dirtless? You can see something.
That's my plan. Then if I lose sight of him or it goes too far, I'm gonna caw.
All right, sounds good. Ativis and Tharn, we'll just say for right now, Dintavis is nearby, but not really here. Same thing with Coulson, I suppose. But you can do whatever it is you want to do.
Awesome. So I'm going to move silently up to, I'm going to go slow and creep right up to the crumpled body, but not touch it. I'm just going to kind of get there and see if I can recognize if it's a body or if it's a rock, and just kind of take a moment for my vision to get used to the dark before I do anything.
So, like I said, it's about... You can just see the edge of it there. You see that?
I'm not seeing anything different than the cave map.
Yeah.
So you can't really see it, obviously, Tharn, because you're just seeing maybe right now. Right there's like a little bit of something that you can see.
Yeah, nice.
It's very dim.
Yeah.
So you're still like 5 feet away from it. And the light that's coming in here is only going that far because of the cave mouth. It's not going around that corner. That's why there's like a black line there. So you can't really see anything past that. Dirtless is kind of moving in just to the edge of the cave, it looks like. You do see like around that dip there to the south, there are like quite a few boulders and detritus along this area down here. And you can see more of that up in here. Why don't you roll 2d6? I used to always do 1d6, but I'm thinking maybe I like the 2d6. Avitus is heading down. Is he taking Tharn with him? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Huh.
Oh, perfect.
12.
Yeah. All right. So as you're kind of looking around and sniffing, you recognize an old smell. It takes you back to picking over an old battlefield of the Keldorans, maybe fighting some Nordborn, and the smell of death and decay that frequents that. You don't see any of the commonplace, birds or scavengers, but you do spot some reddish, beady eyes, barely reflecting the bit of light. And you also see some of the boulders along the southern wall in that little niche there kind of shifting around, and it doesn't look safe.
Yeah. No, that I wouldn't hang out. Just like I said before.
I was going to say one more thing. This is such a good roll. That would be what you would see on a 12, but now we got to make it even something better. I think you can see a pool of blood around the crumpled form, and the glint of silver at something's like whatever there, like its belt, so like there's a form that's all kind of scrumpled up into maybe a fetal position with a pool of blood surrounding it. And like at his belt, you can see a glint of silver. And I think that'll maybe like some tracks in the blood.
Okay.
Some scuffing, like something has moved around since that blood had been there.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm going to sneak back out. Just try to, again, as silently as I can, back to the mouth of the cave to Avitus and Dirtless, and just report everything just that I've seen.
As you turn back, that stuff kind of shifts, and you can see something starting to crawl out of the rock. So
now I run.
All right. Yeah, so you can run back.
Okay.
And as I see him run, I step back outside of the cave.
Okay.
Yeah. And in a panic, just scared, guys. And I just repeat everything I can in somewhat of a very nervous tone. Not that I'm tired from that short distant run, but more of the fear of what I don't know what I saw, but I definitely saw something crawling out of that rock.
Are you guys
And it is a
staying
dense
right
body.
there at the edge of the cave, or are you moving farther away from the edge of the box canyon? Or
When I run, I would run past them just slightly.
Keep up
Definitely
with
out
them.
of the cave.
Yeah, if
Okay.
he kept walking, I would keep up with him, and yeah.
Well, I'm gonna follow suit. I'm not gonna hang out there and go, what? What's in there?
Yeah,
Okay.
I definitely came out running fast. You could tell I was scared.
I'm gonna be like, what? But wait, what's ever down there already knows we're here, and I'm gonna cast light on the spot of blood, or what I assuming he said was blood.
Oh, it's blood. Yeah, it's definitely a dead body, and it's definitely dried blood.
So you can definitely see some stuff shifting around in there. So why don't you tell us what light can do, or do it to the chat room or something?
Gotta look it up. Can't remember. Oh, I don't have a book on. That's
Did you have to take off at 8?
I just need to. I need to step away anytime now in the next 10 minutes.
Let's
So
see if we
just
can
take it
hold off for. Maybe you should just go now. Maybe we'll just take a quick break now while he's looking that up, and then you guys can see there's definitely something shifting around in there. I'm going to refill my water, and hopefully Edwin shows up. Until
Yeah,
then,
Sounds good.
sounds good to me.
Gaming and BS, you're in charge.
Uh-oh. Dirtless, did you find it?
I'm looking it up, but I really have to go pee.
Okay, I found it if you need it, so I'll wait for you to just make sure you unmute mute your mic. So,
Yeah, I'm not gonna take it with me, but I'm trying to mute it now. I'll mute it in Discord.
all right,
My button.
back in 2 minutes.
Thank you. All right. So, thank you, Anonymous, for the cheer. I super appreciate it. It is truly generous and well accepted and appreciated. What else we got? Jason Weeb, I talked to. Gaming and BS. I'm in chat now. Eric Thomas Hunt. I thought I saw Old Golden Hen, but he didn't say anything, so I'm not so sure if he's there. All you guys, we really appreciate you showing up. So I am running a contest. Today is... I got it the night below. Oh, thank you, Jason Weeb, cheering there. I appreciate it, my man. We are running a contest for the most number of channel points, Gamerhood hugs, hoodie hugs. At the end of the month is going to win something. I haven't decided what yet still. I should probably decide that. Most likely it's going to be a free zine from Hobbs and Friends of your choice, PDF. For now, and then maybe we'll set up something else for next month. I will add the stream sounds to this. I have to get rid of all of the music that is not my own, and I'm going to probably add my own sounds, but I like the laughter and the applause and dun dun dun, some of that stuff. So Edwin is here. I'm going to switch over so I can add him to the stream. I'm going to have to change everybody's cameras around, but we're super happy to get him in here. There he is. Edwin, man.
How's it going?
I'm gonna mute us so we can curse at him without you guys knowing.
Oh. Bourbon and a little bit of 7-Up because I didn't want.
And you are getting up in 9 hours, right?
Mhm.
All right, I got us back. Our voices are back. They've all been missing us. They're comparing their channel points like men do. So, Edwin, do we need to catch you up at all? How are you feeling about where the game is?
Yeah, it looks like we've gone about 20 feet from where we were 6 weeks ago.
Yep,
And,
you got it.
I think I'm ready to roll.
Well, Aephus did attempt to sneak into the cave just to see what he could see. There was it looked like a dead body with blood pooled around it, and as he was exploring a little bit, something started to scrabble free of some large detritus in the corner. And now you've moved back from the cave, and Dirtless was about to do something.
I cast light on the blood pool or that object that's by the blood. And in a 15-foot radius, the magical light is sufficient for reading, but not as bright as daylight. The spell may be cast upon an object, in which case the light moves with the object. So if that whatever is above that pool of blood, if that starts to move, then so will the light.
Cool. I guess I will have my newly found bow out. So is the entrance right where Dirtless is, and then I'm like up on a little ledge? I mean, obviously I'll come down, but okay, cool.
Yep.
Oh, look at that! They're World War I flying aces.
Yeah, so as the light blossoms in the tunnel, you can see some ancient-looking dudes in there.
That's awesome. I love the shin armor.
That's what I was just thinking.
Don't trip on it.
Look at the spikes coming out of that armor.
Yeah.
So those guys seem to be rummaging about and heading towards check on that corpse that was laying there, which you can definitely see now does look like a corpse, and it does look dressed similarly to Tharn.
Okay.
Was that the head of the bandits?
That's the one
No,
that...
that's our friend.
Yeah, Avitus. The friend you guys made.
Yeah, okay.
So, now, Dintavis, sorry, you missed the excitement of me coming out of the cave running. I snuck in there, saw something when we come out running. Okay, all right, now you guys see what's in there. What do? I'm still kind of a little bit shaken up about being in there now with those.
Is it still night, or did we wait till daytime?
It's the next day.
Next day.
It's the next day.
It is daytime, okay. Well, maybe we should see if they come out into the sunlight.
Yeah, we can't let those abominations go unpunished. And if you do see the light start to move, we might want to run. You
have, I also should say, I forgot what I was going to say. Something that I wanted to tell Edwin. It is, you questioned Tharn and Galla about as much as you could, and they basically let it be known that this leader here, not the main leader that you've learned of, who is apparently the leader of Anselm's adherents, this group, this smaller group of zealots within the Rornick Rebellion, but this other guy who you guys apparently killed awakened something by trying to sacrifice one of the pilgrims.
Okay, so I thought, because we had thought it was that they awakened something looking for treasure, but apparently it was even worse than that.
Lord Morm Lord Morm is coming for his daughter.
Well,
yeah.
Daughter.
I mean, I'm happy to try to shoot one of these guys if Dirtless wants to get out of the cave hole.
Oh, I cast light. I saw those abominations, and then I hit around the corner.
So if I were here, could I see them?
Yep.
And
So yeah, I'll unloose an arrow at that front guy.
Go ahead.
do both of us want to do it? Where we both got arrows and both do a missile attack on the same
All
one?
who wants to
Sure.
can do some missiling. They seem like they're
So I'll
kind of milling
try
about.
clicking a button and see what happens.
I'll just say
No
a
modifiers. All right. Oh, I hit AC something or other. I get an 11.
Oh yeah, we're playing Ace. This is an ascending game, y'all. Let's not forget that.
Right. So I hit AC 11.
I'd already forgotten that. I better see what AC these guys are then.
Probably goes right through the ribs and out the other side, and they don't even notice.
Yeah, it just kind of clatters about and doesn't seem to affect them.
But
very much.
Iphos, man,
Here we go.
you hit the shin plate hard.
I'm serious about this.
We were stalling until you got here, I think. But I don't know why. Aphos could have just taken care of it on his own.
Well,
Agreed.
it's only one.
I can't seem to find the book I'm looking for, so I will get a different one. Here it is. My old school essentials. I heard that one of your products is like getting handed out or something now. Is that true, Edwin? Someone has something that you were working on?
Midderlands?
You Midderlands.
Yeah, the 5e Midderlands.
Yeah. It's out. The PDF is out, and I think I just got a note from Bill that the hard copies made it through customs, so they should be in the warehouse within a couple days, and then we'll start shipping.
Nice.
But I have
That's got to be exciting for you guys, and maybe I guess for Glenn. I don't know.
Definitely.
His other product
Oh, that's cool.
I got his product is out too. I got a message about that. Oh, it looks really good, Edwin.
Yeah, it does. I like
Yeah,
the
I'm
green
totally
and black.
psyched for the that copy of it. Yeah, I just got the note on that was the Bats of St. Albans.
Yep, exactly. I was a little disappointed at how much the shipping was going to be for hard copy on that.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
Yeah, so
Well, that was a fun. Somebody was complaining about shipping on the Midderlands, and I answered the comment, and I was like, "Well, I don't understand." And finally, I found out that it was somebody who had been supporting the Bats of St. Albans in the U.S. and was complaining about shipping from England.
mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Well, don't complain on our Kickstarter."
No, yeah, different. Go to that one. Go to that one. I have to admit, I complained a little bit, but I complained straight to Glenn. I just sent him a message. I was like, "Come on, man, what's going on?"
Yeah.
Which he wanted to help me, but then I felt bad that I was even asking him that because I would. It's like I knew it was good. Shipping was going to be bad. You know, it's coming from the UK, so
Right.
it's my own fault. Anyway, I think one of these things are indeed hit.
Yeah, I'm excited for both of those. I'm excited for Midderlands to go out, and I'm excited for Bats to fly over here.
He does some good stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, one of those arrows definitely hits and diminishes, like busts the creature a little bit. You think obviously if it was a flesh and blood creature, it would may have much more of an effect though.
Or if the arrow had been, say, a club.
Yeah. Correct.
So now that we hit, I mean, are they sentient enough or conscious enough to say, "Oh, we just got hit with something"? What was that? Do they look around, or is it just kind of they still?
Is anyone else
roll
doing
around the dead
anything?
body?
Like, does Avitus want to throw a dart or?
I can't remember what what's the range again for darts.
Oh my God. I have no idea. You'd have to look at the sheet. It's probably 10, 20, 30.
Is it on your character sheet?
Did you add it?
I don't think I added it.
I gotta read Turn Undead. Give me.
Let's say 15, 30, 45. So it's better than like a dagger.
Yeah, I'm gonna just hold back for right now.
Okay. So I think they do sort of come.
I don't think it probably matters, but I guess my roll was actually a 12 because this was short range for a longbow.
It does
I assume
actually
12
hit
still
then.
misses.
Nope, 12 hits.
Okay, so a couple more damage.
You see the bar? You guys can see the bar there.
Yeah.
All right.
Holy shit, that's a lot of bar.
So they seem to edge closer, but something seems to stop him. It's almost like a mime hitting a box at the edge where they're just kind of mindlessly clawing with their skeletal fingers.
Well, I like that because I just picked up 10 arrows inside the cabin, and I'll happily use all of them from the apparent safety of outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next round?
Yep.
All right, well, we'll see if I can hit any better this time. I'll try to aim for the one that's got some arrows sticking out of it.
Yeah, they're probably not
so now my
sticking out of it.
modifier-
It seems like they probably just like hit it and like maybe chipped off some bone as they went flying off because there's not a lot
Okay,
to
I thought maybe
stick
one
to.
would have gotten lodged between a pair of bones or something. Doesn't matter. I miss,
Sure.
but I miss for a lot of damage.
That's right.
Go for it,
I missed
Aphos.
Yep.
Oh,
That arrow's
that's
gone.
not very good.
let's do this.
Does Avitus or Dirtless, do you have anything that, besides the dart, Avitus, do you have any spells that could,
No, I
feel
don't.
like throwing rocks is probably our best bet.
yeah?
Well, my god can fend off the undead, but I don't think I should. I think I should save that.
Yeah, I think if they're going to stay inside and we're going to stay outside and throw stuff at them,
I can
that's
pick up
the
this
best
rock.
bet.
I can pick up this rock and throw it at him.
Yeah, do it. Some good bludgeoning damage.
Improvised throwing weapon.
Sure. Just roll a d20. What's your dex?
Your character used to play baseball, right? You were a pitcher. I feel like you should get a +2.
My dex is completely average.
Perfect. So just roll a d20. Oh. He rolled 2, though. Unfortunately, we got to take the first one.
I get to take the 9.
Oh, bummer.
That was anticlimactic.
That sucks.
Yeah, so you whip a stone in there. Doesn't seem to do anything. So you guys can
Close
go
though, right?
go ahead and make 2 more attacks. Whoever wants to. You guys can just do them all now.
I rolled 2 attacks now.
All right, that's fine. Roll a d4. Edwin, you can do another one.
Yeah,
All right.
it's just
Are you guys all focusing on the same one, that bottom one that you're just slowly chipping away at?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Did you take your other rolls, Aophis?
Here comes the other one. Got both of them there.
Okay.
There we
Yeah,
go.
the character sheet's a little slow because you got to put in the modifier. That's good.
So
We got a few
one
more
barely
points.
seems like it's going. It's about this time with Avitus hiding behind everyone. He kind of notices and remembers Dirtle is saying something about the light. And you notice that the light kind of shifts, like something is moved over or something. And you kind of hear like a high-pitched keening or sound of these creatures pull away. So you guys can get one more round
Where did
on
that-
them.
You
All
get
right.
my 1 hit point of damage.
Yep.
All right.
Nice.
Check that out. I forget what an natty 20 does. Is that nothing? Is that what we decided it does?
I think in this game we might have decided it does double damage, maybe. I don't remember, though.
Good thing we had a
about right.
session 0.
Good thing. Too bad the last session we played was 2 months ago.
Yeah. Cool, but one of them drops.
Yep, you shatter one of them.
Does anything abnormal happen when it drops? Like, does it,
I think
start to turn to dust? Or
I think the
disappear?
bones turn to dust, and whatever bits of armor or anything else on it just kind of clatters to the ground.
Interesting. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots, I think.
So where did that keening seem to come from? Deeper in the cave?
Yeah, but you did see the light shift, so it's possible that something did something to that corpse that was there, right? Because it's almost like something moved in front of the light, but you couldn't quite see what it was.
The corpse in the cave is what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah, the one I cast light on.
Huh.
Is it trying to lure us in?
And then that
Oh,
one
so
one
maybe.
moved deeper into the cave.
So as far as the corpse on the ground, that's all we can see then. Nothing
Nothing else.
Nothing
yeah.
else.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I guess if we're going in, we may as well go in. But it seems like your holy symbol's the. How long that light going to be there for?
100,
I think his turns.
120 turns.
Yeah. Oh wow!
Maybe not that long.
But hours probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I looked at it, but I just knew it was going to be a long time.
Hey, Beast King 1980 signing in from Dubai. What's up, buddy? You guys are internationally known now.
Yes.
You already
Well
were,
tried.
Edwin. You big stud.
Yes. So I will stare hard at this corpse and environs and see if I can see anything interesting or different or useful about things moving about.
Once I kind of want to chuck a rock or something at it, because if something shifted in front of the corpse to make the light shift, but we can't see it, is there something there that we can't see?
I mean, there were the
But-
two skeletons, and you guys are firing arrows in there, and there was a lot of action. So,
Yeah, I don't think throwing a rock at it's a bad idea if you want to give it a shot. Or I can pick this rock up here and I'll do that. Whatever.
Okay. Yeah, you go ahead.
I will toss a rock at the towards the corpse.
alrighty. So nothing happens. It kind of skips off the ground and thunks into it.
Okay. That seems all right. Well, we're going in.
Well, I've been in there once already. They say we just slowly move towards it, but I think it's got to be all or nothing.
Avitus, are you lighting a lantern as well, or no?
Yes, I will light a lantern. And I think I'm going to go ahead and cast Protection from Evil on myself.
Nice.
Nice.
Why don't you tell us what that's all about?
Right.
There it is.
In the chat,
I like it.
it's going to ward the caster from attacks by creatures of another alignment. So I get a +1 bonus to saving throws against attacks or special abilities of affected creatures. Affected creatures' attacks against the caster are penalized by -1.
Awesome.
I really have to figure out how to roll 20.
I think I will put away my my bow and get my shield onto my arm and pull my sword out.
All right. Well, let's do this thing. Move your tokens, says.
All right. So is the corpse the red puddle, or is the corpse is the red puddle the puddle of blood and the corpse
Yeah.
is somewhere else?
The corpse is in the middle of that. I just don't have a corpse token.
Okay. Yep, that's cool. Yep.
You did see a silver glinting, though, in there in the past. Aphos did.
That's right. Yeah, I know what
In the
told them
corpse or in the tunnel?
In the corpse.
in the corpse, like around the belt area.
Oh, interesting.
You check it out.
Yep.
All right, yeah. So you pull it off. It actually looked like a silver belt buckle. Oh, poor Roderick. That's what Tharn says. He recognizes the belt buckle.
Oh. Sorry about your friend, Tharn.
You can kind of hear that chittering, keening echoing about in the tunnels, but expert soldiers such as yourselves are pretty sure it's coming from deeper down in the tunnel. Deeper down, deeper down.
All right. Do we have light? Not yet. So I can move forward a little bit further.
I
can't see any more from here, though.
I have my hand
well,
on
I can move up. I've got my
shoulder.
lantern.
Hold it. Wait a second. So Avitus moves up with his lantern. What did you say about Dirtilus?
Dirtilus has his hand on Daventus's shoulder. You know how the squads go in.
Yeah.
So he right behind him.
All right.
He's keeping contact in case he's got a casting spell or something.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. Oops. Arrow key. There we go.
I kick the corpse as I go by to make sure it's all dust.
It's not dust. When he pulled the belt buckle off, it's an actual person. Oh, you mean
I think he
this?
means the skeleton.
The skeleton. Yeah, it's just
Skeleton
bits of
with
ancient bits of armor is all you see.
Avitus,
I'm not searching
step
it, but
forward.
if I see anything glinting,
Thank you.
I'll
Yeah, like you do see some bits of metal glinting, like it might be off of like a buckle on the helmet, or it looks like super tarnished bronze.
let's
All
grab
right,
it.
we've got some stairs going down, and the tunnel keeps going.
So wait a second. What'd you say, Dan? You want to pick up something?
No, I said let's make sure we grab that on our way out.
Oh, on the way out. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you see some stairs that go down into another chamber to the north and to the east, deeper into this cavernous hellhole.
Wait,
So listen for the
Yeah,
keening and
sure.
listen for some bone footprints. Bone against stone.
Okay. What
Can
about
we look down and see which way that one skeleton would have left?
Yeah, tracks.
So you don't really see any tracks in here now. So whatever happened, it's there's stuff around, but it's kind of impossible to tell what anything might be. Although just at the edge of your light, almost like looking in a hot area. So like maybe one of you guys served once in a much hotter area on one of the ships you went to Opjamar, and when it's a lot of heat, your actual vision kind of wavers, right? And you can see that kind of deeper down in this western tunnel, right at the edge of your light. And you realize it's not, everything, but just the floor.
And can we hear anything in either direction?
You kind of hear that chittering now as you're pausing and kind of trying to pierce the gloom of these caverns. But the chittering has picked up a different type of sound. You'd almost guess it's laughing.
Is it east or north? Or can't tell.
To the east.
Or both. To the east.
Is the smell of death and decomposition that we smelt before, is that stronger in one area than the other?
It's mostly just from the corpses back at the front. Now
Okay.
it just smells more old and maybe a tint of like that acrid ozone.
So all the nasty stuff, the nasty noise, the nasty mirage is to the east.
Might be luring us through this.
We want to go north.
I think we might want to check. Let's look at the bottom of these stairs before we move on.
Kustash
Right.
says, guys, go north. It's the North March, right? And I think somebody else tried to paste a bad link. I should probably ban them. So you guys turn and you're speaking to each other, say, talking about going north into the tunnel above. Tharn, it's the floor, it's moving. And that's when you can realize that wavering on the floor to the east wasn't the floor.
It was a shadow.
It was a swarm of rats.
Ooh. That doesn't seem ideal. Oh, and they were laughing rats.
And they're storming. They're moving towards you, but their sound isn't like a normal rat sound. Because if you look closely,
I'm dead.
The rats are not alive.
Holy shit, and they're enormous.
No, I just did that so you could see better.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And they are enormous. No. Let me find the statistics on these.
Before the rats grew, there was somebody between me and them. And then as soon as the rats shrunk back down, somebody disappeared.
You can't move when I'm like detailing things. Come on. God.
Wait a minute.
Now I know why some people like Fantasy Grounds, because the GM has to allow every move. I see how it is. All right, so what I want you guys to do is let's pick someone. It looks like Dan is first up. Dan, roll a d6, sir.
All right. All right in the middle. Man.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
All right, so this thing engulfs you guys. So if you have armor on, you take 2 points of damage. If you have no armor on, you take 4 points of damage. If you're in that swarm. Oh, but you have a protection from evil. Yeah, so they just kind of shift around Avitus, and they won't pass by like, a foot around him. They just kind of move around. You can see like the actual circle as these undead rats, they're moving along on a trail of their own innards and dried and desiccated organs. You can see them, and they don't really even squeal. They just kind of let out low moans as they move forward, and they try and move over top of people. So Aphos and Daedalus, you take the damage that I mentioned, plus you have to make a saving throw versus death.
Bummer. Go ahead, Daedalus. You go first.
I thought I clicked the button.
You guys can go at the same time.
Is that just a D20?
Yeah, there's also a saving throw on your character sheet.
Oh, I forget about that.
Oh, success from Daedalus.
Hey.
Nice.
Oh,
I'll just do it on this. I can't see.
wait, does my Constitution modifier apply?
I don't think so. I don't think an 8 is good enough. Would you like to use a weird point?
Yes, I definitely would like to use a weird point.
If my Constitution modifier doesn't apply, then that would only be a 9.
Oh, so it must apply because it put it in there. That's fine. Okay. Oh, it does say +2. Your wisdom modifier is actually what's going in there. I don't know why that is, but...
Yeah, Constitution +1, so that'd be a 10.
Oh, God, you're making me look something up. Oh, maybe it's on the back here. Saving throws. Normal human saving throws. Saving throws. Death. 14.
Mine had to be a 13.
12. Yeah, so you both failed. You want to use a weird point, Dan?
Yes.
So go ahead and roll again, Mike.
Okay, I'm gonna try it off the
Character sheet.
character sheet this time.
Yeah, go for it.
Goodness, come on, thing, work for me here.
So you don't think that +2 comes from somewhere honest?
I don't know. I would give it to him if he wanted, but Mike made
It says it's the wisdom.
I made it that
The
time.
wisdom mod in there.
I'm gonna roll it
Yeah.
again and see what it says, because I just clicked. There's a few like screens that showed up.
But good job, Aphos.
Input value.
Yeah.
Does the wisdom modifier apply? No.
Yeah, I wouldn't think a wisdom modifier would apply for a.
All right, so that would have been a
For this.
9. So I failed both of them.
Well, this one you got a
Like
2, which is a success. That's a little weird
Yeah. Do I succeed just because I'm
because you're awesome.
a cleric?
No. All right,
Why
so
does it
You
say-
must.
That's weird. Why does
That's
it say
really weird.
succeed on a 2?
I don't know. It definitely says you
You
rolled
take
a
up-
2.
Yeah.
The other one says 9, but maybe I'll write a note and then maybe I can fix that for you. Dan, you
right,
screw up everything. Last time I have a thing to check your token lighting.
So weird. We have 2 of 4 points now.
Yeah, 2 of 4 points. So basically, what happens is Aphos is enough to stay up, and you're like pushing these zombie rats off of you, but the weight of the zombie rats knocks Dirtless to his knees, and so they're not just running up his body; they're actually running over top of him, and he's like just trying to like keep his eyes closed and make sure nothing affects him, but he's kind of at a standstill. So what I will let you do, Dirtless, is I don't like save or suck, and save or suck is kind of what this situation is. I don't want you to have to lose your next turn just because of this. So what I'll let you do is like you can burn. Well, what do you think your character would do to try and get out of this situation? I'll ask you first.
I guess the first thing that comes to mind is he would spontaneously, just try and call to his gods and turn undead.
Okay, so that sounds like a willpower thing. So if you lower your wisdom by 1 point, then I won't make you lose your next turn.
My wisdom permanently by 1 point?
I think the idea is hopefully it'll come back, but I don't ever say that necessarily it will when I ask this question. I think as long as you stay in good steading with your god, then most likely it would heal up.
I'm definitely gonna have to read them out again. Yeah, I'm gonna lose 1 point of wisdom, but that'll. Oh yeah, I'll use it.
So you're gonna lose. I mean, that's a pretty nasty thing for you because you're gonna lose an extra spell. You're gonna lose a lot of things by losing a point of wisdom.
So what happens? I'm just gonna lose. I'm not gonna take extra damage. I'm just gonna lose a round.
Yeah, you'll lose a round, and then you'll take extra damage that round because you're still engulfed by the swarm. So you'll keep on taking damage by them, but you wouldn't. The way the rules work is you wouldn't be able to do anything else. But I'm allowing you to do something.
I have a feeling that everybody around me is gonna assist, especially when they hear me screaming out for my god. So I am.
You're not using the point then?
No, once you mentioned that I'm losing my spells and everything, then yeah, I'm relying on my friends.
Cool, I like it. So that's one thing that happens is this swarm of rats moves up, and like I said, they just kind of go right around Avitus. But as Dintavis hears the horrors going on behind him, he also sees more of these soldiers.
Uh-oh.
In that small cave below him. One of them moves up, tries to scrabble at him. Another moves into the light. Does a 14 hit? Miss?
No. Yeah.
Scrabbles on your legionary armor. All right, I do believe it is your turn. That cackling sound can still be heard deeper down the hall. And Tharn says, "Look, Avitus, the burning eyes." And Avitus, just beyond the swarm, since it's like ignoring you completely, you can spot a massive rat with glowing red eyes down the hallway. But it doesn't seem to be approaching. It just seems to be lurking back there in the deep, deep shadows.
Okay.
So, what would happen if I, on my turn, cracked open my oil flask and lit it on fire on the rats? Is that going to start everybody else on fire?
So when I do oil, you can do a 5x5 area of oil, which will do an area of effect. So game mechanically,
If I just did it around me.
well, like you're going to try and do a circle around you with the oil.
Well, just some, I'm just again just thinking of lore that you start the undead rats on fire. Hopefully, they'd run away. Some of them.
Yeah, well, there is a 5-foot square without anybody in it, so
That's what I was afraid of.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could definitely blast them, and it's gonna do significant damage to a large portion of them.
How many? I mean, it's a large swarm. Are we saying 10, 15?
No, hundreds.
Hundreds. Holy shiz. Let's run.
They're not giant rats; they're regular-sized zombie rats. They've just kind of swarmed over you guys.
Yeah, but still, that's mucho.
It's very scary. Yes.
Yeah.
And Dirtilus is engulfed by them.
I'm laying down in the fetal position.
Yeah, he's just trying to stay alive as they're coming around him and trying to get past his armor and bite areas of skin.
My eyes! My eyes!
Please help me, unknown god I can't remember the name of.
Yeah.
I mean,
So it is your guys' turn. Is anyone moving?
Yeah.
So since they're not attacking me, can I move away from them?
Yep.
So can I move down here?
Yeah, sure. Anyone else moving? Dintavis looks like he moved a little bit, trying to get a better position on this skeleton as it moved up the stairs at him.
Yep.
Dirtilus has chosen not to be able to do anything this round.
Yeah.
Aphos not moving.
I feel like I would. Yeah, I don't want to lose that round of firing, but I feel like I would at least grab Dirtilus and try to get him on his feet. But
So
that would use my turn, wouldn't it?
That would probably take your action, yeah.
Dirtilus, are you worth it?
He's asking while you're laying there in the fetal position.
I've got the holy symbol ready to roll.
I've only died
Might
twice.
save our asses.
I don't know if I can survive another day.
Yeah, I think I would. I think I just grab Dirtilus and yank him on his feet.
All right, so yeah, you come over there trying to knock off these rats. You do the same thing for Dirtilus, grab him by the scruff of his tabard and sweep him off. Stand up, man!
Wiping the rats off of me.
Yeah, make your backbone stiff. Stiffen that upper lip. All right, nice.
Get up and
Dintavis is you want to attack the skeleton or?
I do. Yeah. I'll probably miss, but I definitely want to smack at it. Yeah, I missed.
All right, yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to use the flat of my sword on it to shatter things, and I guess it just throws with my aim a little bit.
Okay. Is Thran doing anything? Tharn?
Well, Tharn. So can I only moved. Can I... It's melee now. Can I attack with my dagger against the swarm of zombie rats?
Yeah, you can try and stab one. Like I said, there's hundreds of rats.
Sure. But anyway, I'll give it a shot.
Go ahead.
You've got a minute. I mean, you might be able to stab a couple of them.
Yeah, maybe 20.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's asking me for a threshold modifier.
Just
0.
Yeah, I just hit it normal.
Why is it not working though? It's commit. Oh, maybe
There it is.
Okay.
Oh, not good.
A
Natural one. That's not good.
I don't know if we decided what that means, so we're just skipping it for now, and I'll go back to the tape and figure out what it means. Unless someone wrote a note about it.
Yeah, I don't know if I did.
It's
I did look up
probably
darts,
in
so I do know the range of those now. But
nice.
Aminar is my god.
Yeah, I knew that. I was just waiting for you to find it.
Yeah, I don't see anything that says natural one. Okay, but can I? Is me commanding Tharn like a free action?
Yep. It's like his turn.
Tharn, attack! Attack those rats.
Yeah.
I don't know what he has. He has a spear.
I don't. Sure. Was it spears they were using? Sure, that's fine.
I don't remember actually.
That's fine.
That's what happens when we don't play for 2 months.
I think they were all bowmen, weren't they?
Yeah, they had.
I would think they have
bows,
like
but I don't
short
remember if they had
swords.
melee weapons too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
Sword.
I think they had short swords. I think their AC was a leather with a 7, and I have him at hit points 3, and I think he has a short sword.
So do you roll that?
You are using him like a hireling at this point.
Okay, so
Is
I just
is
roll
the way
a
I'm doing
d20.
it. Yeah. Yep. Misses. Tharn does
Man.
come in to help though. That was pretty heroic of Aphos to just stand in the midst of these zombie rats to try and help up his fallen companion. Well done.
It better not be forgotten.
The cackling
If I don't die.
of this
Yeah.
red-eyed rat, which is easily the size of a medium-sized dog, by the way, intensifies. All right, is that everybody? Is it time for initiative again?
Yep.
I think so.
Yeah.
All right. So I think, Dan, you lost. So you're out of the foxhole, and we are on to Mike.
D6.
I got a 4.
Come on, roll thing.
A 3.
I had 2 3s.
Nice. If 1 doesn't give you enough 3, just roll again. That's what I always say.
Sorry. Double right click.
I know, that's what I
You're
do all
fine.
the time.
So this thing does shift some. Ignoring Avitus, but Aphos, you're still within it. Dirtilus, there's still a few rats kind of hanging on you, but they don't do any damage. Aphos, you have leather armor on, so you take 2 points of damage. Tharn takes 2 points of damage.
That puts me to 0.
Oh, it does? Oh, God.
Because it was 2 last time. I only had 4 hit points.
So that means you are engulfed automatically. All right.
Yep.
And make
Tharn takes 2.
make a saving throw for him.
Just
roll-
roll 20.
Yeah, just roll d20. An 8.
They roll higher.
He is engulfed. He's down on the ground. Rats crawling all over him. All right. This doesn't look good.
Oh, it doesn't look good at all.
Ooh, that 17 probably hits, right?
It does, just barely. Yep.
4 points of damage. Scrabbling claws get into Dintavis under his guard. All right, movement.
All right, I'm gonna move, and I want to grab Aphos and haul ass. So I think there's some opportunity attacks that come at me.
Indeed. Misses.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, so you grab
So-
Aphos, but you're moving through the swarm in that situation. Why don't you just roll 2d6 and let's see what happens. So same thing. If they're doubles high, very good. Doubles low, very bad. All right, 10
Moving as
high.
well, by the way.
So you're going to get through there, and I don't think any of them are going to get a hold of you. So you have Aphos, and you carry him out of there like a fireman or a Caldoran legionary. Good work. Anybody else moving?
Very nice.
Well, I want to do turn undead and then move. Is that possible?
So you have to move first, then turn undead. I would. You're going to try and turn these creatures so you can just kind
'Cause
of
I
wade
want-
through them or something without being a bot.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that sounds cool. I'll go for that.
I was reading turn undead, and it doesn't say if it takes up a spell slot or.
It doesn't. You can do it anytime, but I usually play that you have to concentrate to keep it going. So, like, if
Okay.
it's a fight, you can't just turn one thing and just go crazy. if you want to keep it turned, you have to concentrate on it to make it stay away from you. So
I guess all I'm trying to do right at this point is try and open a path for all of us to get through those rats so we can get outside.
Okay, yeah. So go ahead and make your roll.
Make it a good roll.
That would be good.
That would be good.
A rat destroying roll. If you roll high enough, do you kill things or destroy things, or you just have a
I
chance to turn them?
do, but I
At
don't
higher
think I'm high
level.
enough level. Yeah. The player. Okay. I have to roll a 2d6.
You can just roll 2d6 as well if you can just go to the roller and roll 2d6 if you don't want
Alright,
to
there we
do it. If that's easier and you have so that's
Yeah, I
kind of
was trying
low.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out in the my character sheet, and I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah,
Can
so
I just try to my character? I just want to see what this does in my character sheet.
go ahead.
Okay, all right.
You rolled a
So, yeah,
6. Yes, also a fail. So so some of these creatures, they do just kind of turn to dust, but it's not enough of them to clear a path. So if you want to move through there, you're still going to have to move through.
yeah, I'm still gonna move through and take the attack.
All right. So I'm not going to
So
give you the
does that
same
do
option
that?
I gave Dintavis because trying to turn is a little bigger. What I am going to
Yeah.
do is basically say that you're going to take the 2 points of damage, and you're going to be affected. Like if they can get on you. You can make a saving throw at
Okay.
a +2.
And that's a death saving throw.
Yep. Basically, if you fail, you're not going to make it out. You're going to get engulfed. Success. Nice.
But it's only
But-
but it's
but
only
not.
an 8.
Yeah, but it's not a success. What is going on with this
Yeah,
thing?
it's only an 8.
Maybe we should stop rolling that, and you can just roll a d20. Just roll a d20.
Okay.
Yeah, because it didn't add the 2 either.
Yeah.
No, it just rolled an 8, and that's it. 16. Success. Good work.
Nice.
Fair and
That's all
square.
better than-
Avitus.
I'm gonna move and I'm gonna yell to Tharn, "Follow me!"
So you're leaving him there and yelling him because he can't. He's engulfed by these zombie rats.
Oh, that's right. He got buried. Yeah.
Maybe they'll eat him instead of chasing us.
What's
sounds
our movement rate? It's like 40 for a round.
For you, without any armor, it's pretty darn good.
40,
Mine's,
I think, right?
mine's 30.
Yeah, so probably 40. So you are leaving him. Nice. All right.
Well,
So his
sorry,
whimpering,
Tharn.
his whimpering and cries are the only are your lasting impressions of the cave of the Box Canyon as you flee with inert Aphos. So you guys can move out.
All right. Yeah, so I will, as soon as I get him out, I will see if I can put I have some of this Legionnaire's bandage is 1d3 out of combat, so I'll see if he's,
So you may not want to
I'll
do
start
that
wrapping him up.
first. The first thing we're going to do is just
Okay.
make a death save, and if he fails that, then
Right.
he's dead. So
Right.
we're just checking to see how bad his wounds are. So you need to make a death save.
Can I ask cure light wounds?
If you actually do it, and you're going to give him bonuses later, but it doesn't necessarily give him a bonus on the death save. How many weird points do we have left? 2?
2.
All right, well, that's good. So, all right, he failed once. You're going to use another
Yeah.
weird point, I'm assuming.
You
Yep.
the last weird point.
Come on. You got this.
We got it.
Yes.
There we go. There we go.
Yes. So why are his saves working?
Exactly.
I don't know, because last time my character sheet wouldn't work at all. So
It's saying you need a
This is-
13. So it's
I
actually
need
showing what
13.
you need, where his isn't doing that.
yeah,
Right. That's correct according to the book for death saves. For
All right. Nice.
death saves.
All right, so
Nice.
we have outer weird points, but you have survived, and I think we need to make a roll on another table to see what lasting.
What kind of damage?
Yeah, what kind of wounds have occurred from this horrific experience. So roll a d20 and a d6. Do you have a Cure Light Wounds left that you want to try to use?
I do.
Okay, I think you can do that. That's definitely going to give you a bonus. You want a high roll on the d20 for sure.
Mine is not very high.
Uh-oh, what'd you get? You have no
An
weird
8.
points left either.
Nope.
All right. So depending on what's going on, you get bonuses to that d20. So what were your hit points at? 0?
0. Yep.
All right, so that's a 13, 17, 18, 15. Do you have a con modifier?
No.
No. All right. What was your D6 roll?
5.
A 5. Oh, this is sounding gross. So when the creatures engulfed you and you fell, the crown of your head struck quite hard on the ground. Roll a d6.
The ratchery.
Another D6?
Yep.
6.
6.
Oh
Oh,
no.
So you have a -1 to your wisdom score. And that could very well be permanent.
Okay.
Or until like something happened, basically you addled your brain enough that you've permanently lost a point of wisdom. All right.
So
Okay.
Aphos is like, let's go back in the cave.
Yeah. Hey guys, what are we doing? Let's go.
So go ahead and roll how many hit points. Well, I think the magic has brought him up to with 1 point, but you're basically going to need bed rest, and you're kind of at disadvantage to do anything.
Okay.
Okay. It looks like everyone survives Kustash. This is the easiest game ever. Everybody says so. Edwin would have killed everybody in that fight. Hey, Trevlin Hart, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the show. Good to see you, my guy. All right, so what are you guys going to do now? The swarm doesn't look visible. Hey, Jerry247. Good to see you, man. You ready to go back in?
No, I
To the
think
house.
we
The house.
Galla, and we bring her to the Weeping Man.
Is that the plan? You're headed to the Weeping Man?
Well, I think we should rest.
Do we ask Aphos what his ideas on anything are?
I think I'm still kind of rattled. I think I'd be kind of really dazed, just kind of following. I don't think I'd be able to speak right at the moment. I'd just be kind
I'm
of
gonna
following.
bandage myself then. We
So-
got him up.
So the problem is that he was critically wounded by this activity. And so he's going to be at disadvantage until he rests for a significant amount of time.
Yeah, no, he's useless.
Yeah. So like it may be you want to go to the Weeping Man. Basically you're down a guy at this point. 2 really with Coulson gone as well. Because he's at disadvantage to do anything. Combat, track.
Yeah, I mean, I
anything.
was still. I mean, Galla is the only one who wants to go there.
I know, but what's our alternative? We're going to try to go back into this cave?
Or you return
No,
back
no,
to
let's
town
go
and
back
get
to
the
town.
treasure for
Let's go back
returning
home.
Galla. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll do that.
Ignoring, I mean, you can always go back to, I mean, I think there's a whole bunch of different things that you guys have had. There's things going on, right? You can find out what happens if you
think
get
so.
this information in, or what was going on.
Galla.
Yeah.
And is there that cave opening looks like pretty secure? There's no way we can attempt to like try to cause a cave in right there.
If you had some proper tools, you probably could do that, like some dynamite or something, or pickaxes or crowbars, or it looks like the cave has been there for a long time. All right, Jason Weeb, have a good night, man. Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate it.
And it seems like, they've been living here. The bandits were living here. The cultists were living here for a long time, and they never came out, it seemed like. So there must be something keeping them into the cave.
That was one of the things that they said, that, when they first went in there, nothing happened. They don't come, none of the stuff seems to come out of the cave.
Yeah. So I think other adventurers may well get killed. We could have a sign up that says, danger, death inside.
We could take the corpses of the people we killed and put them in front.
Seems like there's
probably
probably
in their hand,
like some Legionnaire symbols we could leave. Put a little paint of some sort on the cave entrance with some Legionnaire symbols, just warning them to people to stay out. But yeah, I feel like that's not a place for us unless we want to go back at some point. I could see coming back here at some point with a lot of fire.
It's a cleric is what they're doing.
And maybe a cleric who's not so collapsible.
I agree. We need a really squishy cleric.
So you guys
rush that guy to the east and taking him out.
So I guess how dangerous is going to be that hike to the Weeping Man or back to the ridge? If we go back to the ridge, I'm wondering if there's a way we can get the reward for dropping her off, which we've already been paid for, haven't we?
We already got paid.
Yeah. So
you got an advance, right? And there also was the thought that you may have even greater return from the Patrician. It's obvious that you will not get Galla is not happy if you take her back because she wants to go to the Weeping Man. She doesn't, for whatever reason, she doesn't seem interested in going back to her father.
So what is the Weeping Man to her? Galla, what is the Weeping Man? Why such a hurry?
Make a reaction roll.
Which would
It's 2d6 modified by charisma. Yeah. I want to ask you to click the actual button on your character sheet, Dan, because you've totally fucked that up somehow. Bum, 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 bum. That's the air horn when you curse on the channel, by the way. Instantaneous. Automatic. Yeah, just roll 2d6 and I can... A 6. So, do you have what's your charisma?
15. So I get a +2.
15, probably +1, but that's still pretty. That's in the middle there. She seems hesitant to answer. Hey, old golden hen. Thanks, buddy. I unfortunately haven't turned those sound effects on for this particular stream yet because I have to remove some of them because some of them got me DCMA'd on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. And I just didn't get it done. But next week on Thursday, it will be done and I'll have it on all of them. And I'm going to get rid of the ones that are bad and add some new ones that are good. So if anyone has some ideas of some sound effects that they would like to hear, which could be almost anything but songs that could get me DCMA'd, then that would be awesome. Edwin, what are you grinning about? The funny thing is it actually wasn't, it didn't stop. The video wasn't banned in the US, only Germany, Iran, and like a couple other places, which is weird.
What happened?
So on YouTube, it basically was banned because it got DCMA'd. So it said it broke copyright. And because the sound...
Some video that you did with music in it?
Yeah, it was Rick rolled. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
It was like a 30-second Da-da-da-da-da-da-da, never gonna let you, that whole thing, it did that. And that was enough that it basically recognized it. So it's all automatic. It's not like some dude is watching every single video, but it's not enough for the US, but it was enough for some other countries, which is interesting. Yeah. But I'll get rid of all those sound alerts and then I'm going to make some of my own, I think, because I think that'll be even more fun. It's like you can hear me like saying detritus or whatever, whenever it happens, I can just see all these people spending their points and detritus all over. I don't know. I think it would be fun. A way to spend your points and be interactive. So anyway. Verisimilitude. Yeah, exactly.
I'd be interested in, as we're walking back to the ridge, finding a way that we could talk Galla into going and seeing her father.
Are we walking back to the ridge, or are we going to the Weeping?
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. Is I would like to see if we convince her to go back to the ridge, go with her dad. We'll help sneak her back out and take her to the Weeping Man. But let's get paid.
Is that what you're gonna? Is that why? Because it's like a 2-day travel back to Bettlebee Ridge.
Mm-hmm. And how many days back
on the way here we can stop at?
What do you want to stop at?
We passed a farm. That might be a good place to stop on the way back for the night.
Sure. I don't remember if there was. I think you stayed at the witch's house, actually.
The witch's hut. Yeah.
Yeah, but before that, there was a farmer.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
That was like just right outside of the ridge. Before we went to the Mizzlemore and got.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to like force march very easily because Aophis is definitely keeping you guys slow. It seems like he should be under the concussion protocol in the blue tent or something.
Yep.
All right. So there's a sports ball reference for y'all. Sorry if nobody got it. Oh. So basically you guys are just trying to head back to the ridge as quickly as possible. We can say that you do stop at a farm. We can say whatever.
Yes.
But I'm just going to make some random rolls to see if anything happens. And it doesn't. So 2 days later, so knock off enough rations from yourselves. Are you keeping, I was going to ask if you're going to keep the henchman that's died twice in this game now, and I've forgotten both times. I'm pretty sure I'm going to watch the video back, but I'm pretty sure he died last session.
Okay.
But anyhow, you guys
I really don't think he did. I don't think he did.
I don't think he did either.
You guys,
because we talked extensively about leaving him alone with Galla.
I remember that. I remember that too, but it wouldn't surprise me if we still did.
Probably half of an episode we spent.
We only were playing for like an hour or so tonight, and we went through all that stuff. And you guys still, we did a couple things. It was fun. We had a couple combats and some things going. Yeah, I don't know how long you were planning on hanging out, though, I guess. So you guys make it back to the ridge, knock off like the rations, like we had discussed. You've successfully saved Galla. And during the trip, why don't maybe Aophis suggest someone talking to her in moments of lucidity, but I don't really think you want him to do the talking if you're trying to find out more information. There's a GM hint for you. Would anyone else like to do the talking? Dirterless, 15 charisma is pretty darn good, honestly.
Maybe if we, back, talk to your father, you can arrange something where you, without any knowing, out.
So her father doesn't actually live in Bettlebee Ridge. You would assume that most likely what you would do is you're going to bring her back. She'd be taken into the Legatus's compound and then sent to the Patrician, and then any reward would likely... They would probably give you some, like the guy there. Yeah, I don't know if it's his mic or if he's like on push to talk or what's going on, because it was like cutting him in and out. But I think I got the gist of what he was saying. But you guys know that like the Patrician doesn't live in Bettlebee Ridge. She came here on a pilgrimage with a bunch of pilgrims. She's probably the Legatus will send men to take her back and probably get his own reward, and you guys will probably get a portion of that unless you decide to take her back. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of going to be one of those situations. So sneaking her out of her father's place. And if you didn't realize that, she's going to say that. So what I want you to do, Dan, that's enough to get another roll. So make another reaction roll. So just roll 2d6. It's 2d6 modified by your charisma, which we already established is a +1.
9.
All
Not
right,
bad.
9. No, 9 is really good. All right, so you finally get out of her that she has found a bow in the Legionnaires, which is not nearly, he's just a plebe compared to her Patrician's father. But she is adamant of having a child, and she hopes by bathing in the waters of the Weeping Man, she will be blessed with that ability.
It seems like, we could talk to her about how she could actually have a child with her bow, and then maybe she wouldn't need to go swim in the
That's
water.
exactly what I was thinking.
She's tried that way and it hasn't worked. Or are you
What
gonna?
about
Were you planning on
clerical?
showing her, or I mean,
What about your clerical? Can you bless her and pretend that your god will help her become
Yeah.
pregnant?
Yeah. Well, I can, anoint with these oils, and don't use them now, but use them when you're ready to conceive.
but she says the problem is she won't be able to find him if she has to be forced to return to her father.
Well, now you're just making trouble. I mean, what were you going to do after you came back from the Weeping Man? How are you going to find him?
I was gonna go to where he is.
Where is he? Where is this gentleman of yours?
He is he's serving at the Cleft, which
Well, we
is
could probably send a message.
Fort
Wherever that
Ads.
is. We should know where the cleft is.
It's Fort Ads.
Fort Ads.
The Cleft is like this
Fort Ads.
pass that leads. Oh, the cut. Sorry, it's the cut
The cut. There you go.
right through here.
Oh,
Yeah, I've been there. I probably know the guy. I was serving there recently.
Yeah, even though maybe she says his name, but it's possible that the other legionaries call him by a nickname or something. You don't recognize the name, but it would be surprising to you if you wouldn't recognize him.
Okay.
Or unless
Well,
you
we've
want
been
to know
at
who
it
it is.
for
Do you
quite a
want to?
That's fine. It's fine either way. You rolled the dice. That's cool.
Did you
I
hear
like
me
it.
roll them?
I did.
Yeah, I did roll dice. But I was thinking to myself, maybe it would be cooler if you did know. Maybe that would add.
I mean, I bet we could break you out of the ridge. I mean, we should get paid just by getting you back to the ridge. That's all we promised, and then we break you out of there and head up to Fort Ads. But what are you gonna do? Go up to the cut? You can't just go hang out of it. You're gonna hang out like one of the legionnaires, the camp followers,
Groupie.
groupie.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it was necessarily thought out as well as it could have been.
I mean, yeah. So I'm just trying to talk her out of it a little bit. It's like that's I was serving up there, and the I got to say the life of the camp followers is pretty unpleasant. No, I'm not sure you'd enjoy that necessarily.
Well, why don't you see if you can convince her out of this between the two of you with the aid of this. So are you telling her that you think that she should just go back to her father and learn how to knit? And
No, I don't mind if she goes and does something fun, but I just feel like going up to the cut's a bad idea. Like, we can take her back to the ridge, and maybe she stays at the ridge for a while, or
we
I
can
don't know.
we can go find her bow for her and let her let him know that she's waiting.
Yeah.
it's up to you. So I think you've basically convinced her that you're going to take her back to the ridge regardless to get your. And she doesn't seem. She hopes that your blessing that you promised Daedalus would assist her, but now you're kind of going back on that. It sounds like, and not maybe blessing her
I'll
for
still
fertility.
bless her.
Okay.
I'll still bless her for fertility.
All right. So yeah, one night, at the campfire or at the in the farmer's hovel, the Dirtless does the ritual of blessing, and she's glowing like a young bride should under the moon, under the twin moons. And the farmer's happy, the wife's happy. You guys get extra biscuits in your stew, and they butcher.
Nice. That's got to be worth a hit point for somebody, right?
Oh yeah, everyone can get a hit point. Yeah,
About a point of wisdom.
Point of wisdom.
They don't know about that. All right, and then eventually, you guys return to Bettlebee Ridge. You feel like it's been successful. I guess I don't know what map we want to look at. Which map would you guys rather look at, this one or the other one?
Sounds fine.
Sounds good.
So you guys would have to go around and come up through the southern area, and you meet up with the one guy, whoever that is. Where the hell are all my notes for this game? I bet I have some somewhere.
There were my notes, or I can't find my notebook.
Anyway, I think you meet up with that guy, and you're well rewarded. And Galla gives you all meaningful stares, but she is patting her belly and is trusting in the word of Dirtless, the chaplain, the old chaplain, Brother Dirtless. And you guys are hanging out in the Raptor's Beak Inn. And, within a day or two, the actual chaplain, the Legatus's chaplain of Bettlebee Ridge, arrives and gives you the gift from the Legatus himself, which is a bracelet, a golden bracelet.
Childbirth.
Yeah.
And the chaplain seems to think that's for Dirtless himself. And then he also offers you 100 gold pieces.
Nice.
I would grab the bracelet and hand out the gold pieces.
All right. So what that really comes down to in D&D terms, or in XP terms, is you guys would all split up the 175 XP for XP. And then apparently you each get 33.3 gold pieces, and Dirtless has a 75 gold piece bracelet that you would put on your sheet. Okay.
And I would probably, if I knew the bracelet was worth that much, I would distribute my extra gold pieces among everyone else. And let them know that
175 over 4. You have enough gold to do that?
That's a lot.
Oh, you mean out of the 33? I got you.
Yeah.
So
I'm giving up my 33.
So if we split that 33 up again, you'd each get 11.1. Yeah, add it to the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I guess I see what you're saying. You don't get 33. I'd already split the 100 between the 3 to 33.3. Okay. So I didn't include anything from you. You didn't. I wasn't giving you anything out of that, because it would have been 25 if you were splitting that.
That's what I thought. Right. Yeah. Okay. So 33 is 42. Is what I have.
Yeah. What else do you guys? You think about what you want to do, Dirtless, and then I don't know. I think I'm going to move us over here so we can see each other a little better. What do you guys think about your next move as far as next week goes?
I cannot remember the other rumors we heard.
We were going to try to find out. Well, did we find out why the frogmen were going to the Mesomorph and not in the wherever they were?
Yeah, I think we were going to go up to the Weeping Man to see why the Beastmen have moved, were chased away from their home.
Yeah.
Wolves surrounding.
That's right. Yeah, because they had moved down into the Mesomorph instead of being up or they moved up to the Weeping Man instead of whatever it was. Some way they'd been moving. But where was it? That's too far.
But we never learned why. We never learned what the source of that was.
We think there's some creatures. Well, it could be these cultists, but we think there's somebody has moved in up to the Weeping Man that pushed the Beastmen out of their home.
So yeah, the witch told us something. I'm trying to find it here.
Horned King. She found a Return of the Dead is the first sign, and we heard about an inn attacked by skeletons. Oh yeah, so we'll probably have to take care of that cave at some point. I guess we have to find the boss at some point, but not immediately. Holy shit! I wonder if we should, if it makes sense to submit a little report about the little uprising.
Yeah. So I have here in my notes the Grecklin and the Ottermen and the Krigan are working together. Is that it?
Just the notes for this game?
Yes.
Yeah, that was back on November 19th. So
which session?
3?
3, okay, yeah. I have that. I have some notes from session 3 with the witch.
Yeah, the Grelkin.
Oh, there's the
Grelkin.
Grelkin.
Evil Ottermen.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't write that part down. That's interesting. Fools, adherents, giants, Grelkin, step in the middle more.
Yeah, the Lost King
Conjunction.
Anthem is the Horned King.
Yeah.
All right, so what my notes say is that the Brogans, the frogmen, were driven out by Vedrin. I don't know what the hell Vedrin are. You guys hear that? Or do we call them Grelkin or something, maybe?
We call them Grelkin.
All right, the Grelkin have an alliance with the Krigan, which is very unusual. The Krigan are like Nordborn.
Ooh, okay.
All right, it says... Maybe these are the real notes, and I didn't tell you. So maybe you guys don't know who Vedrin is.
I think that's probably true. I feel like I would have written a name down if I'd heard it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have it in my notes either.
So someone attacked the Pilgrims, and the way it was done, it was pretty obvious that it wasn't these adherents, that you kicked their ass. So whoever kidnapped the Galla from the Pilgrims knew ahead of time. So somehow they knew.
Right.
There's definitely something going on.
Yeah.
Some knowledge must have come, likely from Bettlebee Ridge or somewhere else, that Galla was with this group, and then that was passed on to someone with ill intent, and then that group attacked and took her to this other place in the Box Canyon, and they were waiting for the big leader, Ilmorn, who then intended to have some sacrifice to return the Horned King.
Right.
Oh yeah, I have him down here as Lord Morn.
Yeah. Yep, that's him.
He's coming for the daughter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'd say on the next round. We investigate that a little bit more. Try to find out.
So we investigate Lord Morn and go to the Weeping Man?
Well, I think I don't know if Lord Morn's at the Weeping Man, but...
No, and that's why we investigate Lord Morn, and we go to the Weeping Man.
I have written down that he's the leader of the pack. From
Is that actually what you wrote?
I just wrote leader of the pack.
Oh. I like it better if it had vroom vroom on there. The motorcycle sounds.
It would be better in my notes. Yeah, I can add it.
All right, so it's 9:30. I think this is our normal wrap up time. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So I think we did. That's a pretty good. Since we hadn't played in 2 months almost, we did a pretty good job getting a handle on what's going on. So I think we established that. I hope this is correct. everyone gets 100 XP for surviving, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Per level.
Yep.
That's 100 XP per level, plus 175 in gold pieces.
Over 4, over 3, over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-huh.
4.
Yep. And then, all right. Yeah, so I should
Something
do it
for
that
bringing
way.
Galla back.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give you guys each 250 XP for successfully bringing Galla back. It isn't, and maybe solving the whole situation, Galla situation, is hanging there, but perhaps you solve that too, right, in your own ways. So we'll see if that's something in the future. But I would like to maybe figure out what, and then you're going to get your 10% or 5% if you have another bonus on top of that.
10% for me. You said it was 250 or 200 for Galla?
I think 250.
I think you said 250.
And that 175, are we splitting that? Like,
Yeah.
Right, because that's the gold.
Yeah, that's the gold.
Yeah. I don't give monster XP. I just give that 100 XP per level for
All right, so
survival.
Edwin, give us
basically.
the total.
He did already.
I did 394.
394.
And if you have a bonus, like your wisdom is what, Dan?
My wisdom is 16.
Oh, I think that's a 10%, or is it 17? One of those two. I'll look it up quick if you want.
That's also in that character sheet, probably. You see it,
It probably says it somewhere.
after XP and then next and then percent.
And mine's a 0.
Yeah, mine's 0.
It is?
Mine is also 0. Yeah, I don't have the bonus.
I got a plus 10% because I got a 16 intelligence.
Yeah, if it's so.
There you go.
Did you guys choose what your character class is on the character sheet? Because if you didn't do that, then.
I did, yeah.
Huh? Yeah, no, I just have crappy stats.
Oh, yeah. But those guys have a 16. That should be a bonus.
So we'll be at full hit points before we go back out, I presume.
Yes. And I'm assuming you guys are going to wait for like at least a week, or at least 5. See, a week is 5 days in this campaign, so at least 7 days you're going to wait.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy some arrows.
Yeah, you can do all that off the books.
Yep.
Yeah,
but that means that you'll have your wisdom point back, Mike, after that much time,
Okay.
and your wound
Put it
will
back.
have healed up. I don't even know. Maybe I shouldn't do it that way. Because I probably shouldn't do it that way that easily.
Okay.
The point that Dan, if you would have used the wisdom for this, I probably would give it back by then. But since this is off of the wounds chart, those are supposed to be permanent until you quest for them.
Okay. I'll leave it off.
Yeah, so that's like, because basically if you had a bunch of scars or something and you had a charisma problem, you wouldn't heal back up. So probably your addled brain, you won't have to play like in a fog all the time. You're just not as wise as you once were. That's all.
Yeah, we won't be at a disadvantage or anything.
No, those
You're
disadvantages
still
will all
probably
be gone.
wiser.
Yeah.
You're still wiser than I am.
That is probably, and also wiser than his character.
And definitely wiser than yeah.
So did we say we're getting XP for the gold too or not?
Yeah, that's part of it. It's in there. That's
That's
the
in there,
175 over 4.
Okay.
So 394.
Oh, you know what we forgot though? I think was
Okay.
the
Silver belt buckle.
I wrote it down. The silver belt buckle. Yep.
Did you guys get any other gold any other place? But you've probably already taken care of that, I'm assuming.
So that silver bolt buckle was 6 gold pieces. That's an extra 1.5 XP for each of us.
And that gold pieces. So yeah, 1.5. So it would be 1 gold piece, 5 silver when you say it like that. So you can go into fractions or decimal places for gold because it's silver down to copper. So while you guys are figuring that out, let's Robert, do you have like any highs or lows for the session?
I'm pretty happy I cast protection from evil. That seemed to be an important outcome for my success here.
Yeah, that was awesome. I thought it was interesting that Avitus didn't even like try to see if that would have worked to help get Tharn out of there. Like if his protection from evil would have, like if he went over there, would it have pushed those away so you could have saved him? I thought that was interesting.
Well, I guess he was expendable. So
Yeah. If he would have been Keldoran, would he have been less expendable?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. All right, Mike, how about you?
I think no. I think we're gonna have to get rid of him sooner or later, and that was just kind of a happy circumstance that he was able to help us out in that instance.
Sacrifice himself for the greater good of the party.
But I mean, High is glad to be back. Glad to be playing again, and that I still remembered how to use some of the character sheet.
Yeah, bonus. Nice job. I think you did better than Dan, to be honest. Dan, you got any highs or lows?
Okay, I'll start with my lows. My lows is I can't remember my character sheet, and my character sheet is messed up if I do remember it. My highs is it's awesome to be back, and actually being able to, even though it didn't work, just being able to cast Turn Undead was a high for me.
Good.
Even though it didn't work, I just like trying that, running through and casting it and just being caught up in, the moment of us being caught there. That was good.
Mike, are you almost like up a level or no?
Looking, so I'm at 1,360 points, XP points.
You should be second level then, I would think.
Okay. That's right.
Yeah, he is.
Mine's
I think you should be too, Dan.
Mine's 1,500. I thought it said.
Oh, it might. I wasn't sure if yours was 1,250 or 1,500.
Mine's 1,200. So yeah.
Yep.
So it's
all right. So why don't you give us a D4, bro?
Okay. Is it 1d4 or 2d4?
It's 1d4.
1d4.
Let's go. Get high. Oh, you guys would have had bonus XPs if you had any. A 3. Nice. Right. If you would have had any weird points left over, right? You guys get XPs for those as well.
Right.
Yeah, we used
I think, and I feel like they were used in the best possible way too. So, yeah. So you got 3 hit points. Or you're also gonna get increases on your abilities.
Yeah.
So go ahead and get those all fixed up.
Okay.
And then Edwin, you got like any highs or lows?
Yeah, I think I was definitely starting to lose a little faith, so it was good to
get the game going. Yes, I hear you.
Get the game going.
The longer you seem to be away, the harder it is to get it back going.
Get back.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that's why I was like, no matter what, even though you're coming in late, we're still doing it. I
that was awesome,
that, so.
And I appreciate you guys wasting an hour for me so I could show up and be in time.
Yeah, it worked. Anything else?
No, I think the little bit of sort of trying to figure out what's up with Galla and finding out a little bit more about her was kind of fun.
I kind of like the way that you guys went through it. It kind of felt video gamey in some ways, but maybe because we didn't RP it enough. I don't know, but I'm okay with that kind of hybrid RP that we do. That's probably my preference most of the time. But other than that, I think. Did you say you too?
It takes forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like some things you want to glide over and do a roll for a week's worth of something, and sometimes you want to play it out second by second.
Yeah.
It seemed like something that was reasonable to sort of push around a little bit.
Yeah, until it maybe unless it was something you guys were like, no, we want to save this. We want this chick to get impregnated by this dude or whatever. If that's really what you wanted to do, we could certainly do that. But so far, I don't really think we've found what this particular group really wants to do, and that's pretty interesting and something you guys maybe want to think more about. But as far as I can tell, you guys are going to try and figure out if you can learn anything about this Lord Morn and head to the Weeping Man next session, it sounds like. Is that correct?
I think so, yeah.
All right, so
check it out.
I also did put out, ask people to send if they want to get vetted to play in this game. Most likely, first people I'm going to look at is BSers, because that's kind of what this group is people that were born out of gaming and BS. So I'll probably go over there. And Sean said something about maybe doing something. So we will see what's up if people can fit. I think our time is pretty much 7 to 9:30 is the scheduled time. So if you got 2.5 hours on a Thursday, we'll see what's up. And most likely I won't just make it up myself. I'll probably ask you guys what you think and get in on the Discord discussion and go from there. And if you have any other questions between now and next week, let's plan on playing at 7 next week. And I'm just going to quit my job if I have to work over. That's probably not true, but we're going to endeavor to persevere because it's a good group, and I promised at least 7, but I really feel like we're looking closer to 10 to 12, maybe more, depending on what you guys do and how we feel about the game. I don't want to tell you guys that nope, you're playing this game forever every Thursday from now on. But at least at some point we'll say, oh, this seems like a good place, or we'll make choices. I would say that's kind of where I want chapter or book 1 to end, or chapter 1 to end, or whatever. I think you guys know what I'm saying. Does anyone else have any last words before we hit the music?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm trying to get the music to start, so maybe someone should say something. I'll just say, hey, thanks everybody. Hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button. Oh, hey, did anyone watch on YouTube? Did you see? Did anyone come in?
Been 2 to 5 the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Did anyone chat with you or anything?
Just a little bit. From Fred Daniel.
Oh, Fred Daniel, nice. Anybody else?
That was Mike piping up.
Yeah, Mike
was over there.
responded. Somebody named Crumb had responded saying, replay booth confirms the GM call on the table always.
I couldn't hear you. Kind of roboted out. Did anyone else hear him?
The replay booth confirms the GM call on the table always.
Oh, I like that. Nice job, Crumb. All right, so some of those guys are from another YouTube channel that I play on, the Dungeon Musings YouTube, so I appreciate them stopping in. Were you all right with manning that chat room and talking to people and stuff?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, cool. Good work. So what you guys see if you can find the HNF on Facebook, join that group, and then one of you guys can be in charge of that, and we can do that too. Awesome. Let's hit the goddamn music.
It's a beautiful day in the game, oh, a beautiful day for my gamers. Would you be one? Could you be one? Shout about plunder, but don't despair. This colony's breeding great robbers. Would you be one? Could you be one? If the 80% mortality rate works for you, for a few bucks a month you can sign up and have the Hobbs kill you. So let's make the most of another Sunday. Brew up some coffee and play it my way. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my gamers? Won't you be